What's up, everyone? Today there is a BR400. It's a little bit of an older one, but in excellent condition. Apparently it had a whole bunch of stuff on it, and the owner cleaned it, and after cleaning it, it's never, I don't remember if it ran again or ran smoothly. Most definitely it wouldn't go on high RPM. I don't remember if he said it was able to turn on by itself. But so yeah, let's see what happens. He took it to a place, and they gave him a kit for the carburetor. So that's a luxury I usually don't have. Usually I have to wait for all that stuff. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Maybe it's not the carburetor. That's pretty normal. Now also it's pretty normal. Fuel looks clean. Let's see. Off, on, it's on. We'll just give her a yank slowly, just make sure it's not highly locked or something. No, definitely has compression too. Let's see what happens. Let's try the no choke first. Oh, that was weird. It's like spitting out sawdust. Try choke. Is there a primer bulb? No. Okay. Make sure that's tight. Ooh, we're getting some smoke and a little bit of a cough. No choke. A little bit of choke. I definitely smell fuel. Let's take the plug out. Let's see what it looks like. That's too big. That's too small. It's also too small. It's just right. Wow. That thing's in there. Okay, took the plug out. It's dry. Looks to be gapped. Looks to be okay in there. Oh wait, I know. Let's see if it's a fuel problem. Let's put this in there. This is 2-cycle fuel. When the plunger actually decides to continue. And of course, more noise. No choke. Let's give it a yank. high. So we can hold it down. There we go. Wants to. Let's turn on it. Let's try something. New spark plug. Should be the same. Yeah. This is a little shorter, but that's fine. The thing that's getting me is it was running and then they cleaned it. Maybe somehow it shorted out the plug. Let's see now. Tune it a little bit. Open it up a tad. We're getting somewhere. Open it a tad more.
Look at all of it.
Happens when we put choke on. Not a whole lot. What does the plug look like again? For being new. It's flooded. So I'm not exactly sure how much you can see, but I looked over and the battery died. New battery. I think either the exhaust is plugged up or there's something either wrong with the carburetor. Yeah, it could be, or it just could be it could be flooded too, but we're gonna figure that out. The reason why I think that is that there's fumes coming out of there. So let's take this off. When it spits through the carb, usually it means that something's plugged in the exhaust end or timing, I suppose. 2 cycles are weird about that though. Ooh, actually, I wonder if I could just take off the screen without taking off all this. Maybe I get lucky. No, I'm not that lucky. Oh well, this This is the right way to do it anyway. Probably more at the bottom. Yeah, I'm more down there. Okay. Sawdust everywhere. Usually there's like this little bolt that comes off with it, but this one just has like a little screen that's folded inside. Let me get you in a better angle for this one. So, don't know how well you can see it, but that is plugged up. There's no exhaust gauge for that. That's why I was spitting through the carb. There's nowhere for the exhaust gases to go. So the cure for that, very, very hot torch, or take it off and just don't use it anymore. I usually take like MAP gas and burn it off, but I'm just going to leave it off for now, and then if that's the problem, I'll put it back on and I'll clean it up. But for now, I'm going to leave it off just for testing. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's done. I have it off. Should be fairly easy to put back in, but I can't see through that at all. I'm surprised if anything came off that or out of that. Okay, so try this again. It's on. Let's not have it on full blast though. There we go. on you. Well, there you have it. First pull. I don't know why, but this happens a lot on Stihls. I guess a lot of 2-cycles don't really have that spark arrestor. Technically, that's for in case there's unburnt sections of fuel and then somehow it gets ignited on its way out. Or maybe there's, something in the exhaust that catches. Either way, however the case, something burning comes out of the exhaust, lands in a field somewhere, starts a fire. That's why they put those on there. Echoes have them, but I never really have a problem with Echoes. I think I've had to clean like one Echo ever, and that was pretty obvious for why. Bad oil definitely has a tendency of doing that. But I'm going to take my torch, clean it up wherever it might have traveled to. I'll find it later. And put it back in, put it back on, or the clip back on, excuse me, and it should be it. Maybe a couple things of fine tuning here and there, but it sounds pretty good. So yeah, I think that's about it. So what ends up happening is with the 2-cycle, well, I guess with any engine really, if it's being, in essence, choked on this end, it won't run right. Even when the choke is on this, it has a little bit of air. A little bit. Like sometimes they have a hole in the plate, sometimes the little arm that comes down and covers it. However it chokes it, it will never give it a zero air. It has to have a little. Well, when your exhaust is completely plugged up, that will do the exact same thing, except to the certain extent of or to the degree of the plug, it might not have any air, and eventually it'll get to the point where it can't even push through it anymore, and it'll stop like this one. For a while there, you might run into these problems where you try to give it full throttle and it just bogs. That's a cause of that as well, because as obviously when the air and engine flowing, or the air flowing into the engine, the air's escaping the engine as exhaust. It has a whole lot more with a higher RPM, and it can't push it through. Idle, it's usually fine. It's not too much of a flow going on there. But, yeah, that's about it. So always check your spark arrestor, especially on a Stihl, especially on an old Stihl like this. I'm going to let it run outside, let it burn off, so that you can tell there's some oil and crap on there. So that I'm sure that exhaust, because it was plugged for so long, was just caked in old oil. So let it burn off. But yeah, that's about it. I will see everyone later. Definitely keep on watching, subscribe, and have a good rest of your evening.